Yo, what's going on, everybody? We're about to do the matchups for CFC 59 and Fight Night 42. We're going to wait maybe 2 more minutes tops, and then we're going to go ahead and get started with the matchups. As always, the audio sound good, the stream sound good. Let me know. What's going on, everybody? All right, we're about to go ahead and get this started. Is the background music too loud? Let me know if it's too loud or not. All right, without further ado, let's go ahead and get this started. CFC 59 takes place in Los Angeles, California, February 23rd, Sunday. And first matchup, we have Kane Jet versus Miggy. Also, before I go ahead and reveal all the matchups, as soon as you see your matchup revealed, go ahead and message your opponent in Discord and get a date set so you guys can get that done. And also, as always, make sure you have commentary off and no Apex Arena, please. Commentary off, no Apex Arena, and leave crowd volume on for the fights. Oh damn, Stanley, you got sick too? It's rough out here, bro. All right. Next matchup, we have two newcomers, Stephen Hall. Could be Stephen Hall versus KBE Fortnite. Oh, God. All right, moving right along. We have the Quentes versus Isaiah Garriga. Garriga is returning. He's been competing in the UFC for a while now. He's making his return against a newcomer and the Quentes. The Quentes is about 3-4 fights deep. And the prelim headliner is none other than Baki versus Zay MMA. This is a key matchup in the Xbox division right here. Alright, that is the prelim. That is the prelim card for CFC 59, Los Angeles. Once again, make sure you message your opponent in Discord, DM them. Go ahead and get the match set up and get it done ASAP, so we could go ahead and get the ball rolling on production and graphics and stuff like that. Alright, now moving on to the main card for CFC 59. We have BF5 Brick taking on William Carter, aka the Slump. BF5 took on Stanley Bachete in his last outing at 58 on short notice. He took on Stanley Bachete right here. He'll look to bounce back against William Carter in the opening matchup for the main card. Also, William Carter stated that he wanted to be on this card since it was in Los Angeles. Made that happen for him. Alright, moving right along. Excuse me. We have another key matchup in the Xbox division. We have Kyle versus Jackson Murillo. Jackson Murillo is coming off a loss in his last outing against Deception, which he looked pretty good in that damn fight. Up until the last little bit of it, was putting on a career high performance in that matchup. He's going to look to bounce back against Kyle. Kyle's going to look to make it three consecutive victories in a row, with taking out a contender like Jackson Murillo in the Xbox division. But yeah, Kyle versus Jackson Murillo. And up next, we have Khalil Gilroy versus Owen. Baki is blood something. I'll don't worry. After this stuff happens, I'm gonna like tag everybody in the matchup card, so you'll know like who you're fighting and all of that stuff. So don't worry about that. All right, that is the co-main event for CFC 59. Khalil Gilroy versus Owen. Not much is known about Owen. And Khalil Gilroy is a former title challenger here in the CFC. Yeah, he's looking to bounce back. Actually, no, because he beat Akira in his last match. All right, and now for the main event of CFC 59. It will be Deceptions versus Matt Leclerc. And there will be an interim Xbox Championship fight, meaning the winner of this fight will go on to face the current champion, Smoke Hendricks, at a later date sometime. So yeah, Deceptions versus Matt Leclerc. Deceptions is coming off a victory over Jackson Murillo. Matt Leclerc has a couple victories here in the CFC, but none of them get shown because this fella just doesn't record his matchups and expect his opponent to turn in the fight. But hopefully that's fixed now, so I don't have to worry about that. But yeah, this is the lineup for CFC 59, Los Angeles, California. Deceptions versus Matt Leclerc. Interim Xbox title bout. Co-main Khalil Gilroy versus Owen. Kyle versus Jackson Murillo. BF5 Brick versus William Carter. Baki versus Zay MMA. The Quintes versus Isaiah Garriga. Stephen Hall versus KB Fortnite. Kane Jet versus Miggy. And that is your lineup for CFC 59. Go ahead and save that bad boy. All right. Now for the he lost to Diesel. Yeah, you're right. He lost to Diesel in his last matchup. All right. Fight night 42. It's going down in Chicago, Illinois. I said Illinois. Chicago, Illinois. Fight night 42. March 9th. First matchup of the night will be Smiley Sicko. S-C-K-O, Sicko, Smiley Sicko. Versus It's In Yo. Two newcomers here in the CFC and the Xbox division. Starting things off for tonight. Alright, moving right along. We got St. Louis versus Otto. Otto is coming off a loss. He went up one and went down one. He's looking to go back up here again against St. Louis. St. Louis has been on a bad skid lately, but he's going to look to bounce back against Otto. Moving right along. We have Shannon versus Tay. Shannon, I believe, is 2-0 here in the CFC. Tay is a newcomer here in the CFC. Once again, when you see your name, find your opponent, send him a message, get the fight set up ASAP, and have commentary off, and leave the crowd volume on, please. No Apex Arena. No Apex Arena. All right, and for the prelim headliner, we have Dashi versus Aiden Adams. Aiden Adams is a newcomer in the CFC. He'll be making his debut against a veteran in Dashi, who's coming off a big win in his last outing. He fought at CFC 58, and he'll be making his return at Fight Night 42. Starting off the main card for Fight Night 42, we have Nick Raymond, who is debuting against DDG. Then next we have Bambino versus Medino Phillips. I think that's the Akui fella, the one that say Akui all the time. I think that's him. And after that we got TR Gravedigger versus Gratones. Gratones is making his debut. He was supposed to debut at 58, but him and his opponent could not get the fight done, unfortunately. So he's going to look to make his debut at Fight Night 42 against TR Gravedigger. That should be a pretty solid matchup. And the co-main for Fight Night 42, we have TJ Duncan versus TR12. TR12 is coming off a big victory over Vlad Makasimovic in his last outing at 58. No one picked TR12 to win except for I think like 2 people. But TR12 got it done, and he's going to look to take out Duncan, who is up and coming prospect here in the CFC. Duncan is looking to go 2-0 in this matchup. All right. Last but not least, we had a main event. Anybody want to guess what the main event is for Fight Night 42? Any guesses? Any guesses? I guess not. All right. Without further ado, the main event for Fight Night 42. Thomas Vince versus Compton Vince Bachete. A lot of people saying Compton and Bachete. Randall and Compton. All right, without further ado, let's find out what the main event is for CFC Fight Night 42. It is none other than Stanley Bachete versus NWO King Slayer, aka Van Dam. A long-time stablemate here in the CFC. Both these competitors have been in the CFC for a while now. Stanley Bachete is coming off a pretty long layoff. He got a victory in his last outing at CFC 58 on short notice. And he's going to be returning the main event, Fight Night 42, taking on NWO King Slayer in the main event. Yo, Chris, my boy. What's happening, bruh? Alright, I know a lot of people were wondering, like, this was what I was trying to get Stanley Bachete and Menace Compton on, but couldn't come to an agreement with, Menace Compton to headline CFC 59. It's kind of hard to get that fella fights lately. I don't know what his problem is, but yeah, we tried to make it happen, but yeah, so we just went with NWO King Slayer instead. But yeah, those are the matchups for Fight Night 42 and CFC 59. CFC 59 going down in Los Angeles, California. Deceptions versus Matt LeClaire for the interim Xbox title. And then Fight Night 42, Stanley Bachete versus NWO King Slayer. Those are your matchups for the next two up-and-coming cards. And do not worry, it will be some After Dark signups. And like probably next week sometime. Probably maybe this weekend. It might be this weekend or next. Yeah, probably this weekend. We'll do some After Dark signups, just to keep things flowing. But yeah, those are your matchups. Appreciate everybody who signed up. Appreciate everybody who gets their fights done in a timely fashion. Appreciate everybody that supports, shares the streams, likes the streams, whatever. Appreciate everybody that likes post on social medias around or whatever. All of that good stuff. Appreciate you all. Without y'all, CFC will not be able to function. So we appreciate all of you guys for signing up and competing. And let's keep making 2025 year of the calf, baby. And we are on the road to Calf Mania 2. And that will be the next sign up after Fight Night 42. Will be CFC 60. CFC 60 is going to be a big ass card. It's not going to get split up. It's just going to be one big ass card. Most likely. But yeah, those are the matchups. Once again, appreciate you all. I'm going to go ahead and put the matchups in Discord so everybody know who they're fighting, etc. But once again, appreciate y'all. And shouts out to Smoke Hendrix for helping with the matchmaking on this card as previous cards before. Shouts out to my boy Big Island for making a Calf Mania 2 logo. He made the first Calf Mania logo. Shouts out to Taporio for making that promo for the Fight Night 41. And yeah, that is it. The bad man is out. Once again, Deceptions versus Matt LeClaire, CFC 59. Fight Night 42, Stanley Bachete versus NWO King Slayer. Those are your matchups.